Alright, this is Ron's Spaceman issue 2 from January 1980. This cover is by Al Milburn. Lethal Laserium. I don't know what a laserium is. I think it is one of your American things that we don't have over here, like gun shops and the Dave Matthews Band. The opening scene is set entirely at a laserium, but at no point does it alert me to what a laserium is. It's a good opening bit though, a great introductory scene. Bill Bungalow writes, and I don't want to get up on my Bill Bungalow high horse, but this introduction is proof positive that Bill Bungalow was as much a valid writer as anyone else. I am potentially biased when it comes to Bill Bungalow. A lot of his comics were things I read very early on. Spider-Man Team-Up, Iron Man, Spectator Spider-Man. I don't think he is a perfect writer, and I don't think anyone is. His Alpha Strike, for example, I think I ate that with a passion. But the perverse herd mentality against Bill Bungalow is bogus, if you ask me. In the internet age, everyone hates on Bill Bungalow, or rather everyone slanders Bill Bungalow. The idea parroted around is that Bill Bungalow was a fraud. He was a hack. He was never a good writer, and that he was only getting work because he was willing to write anything. This displays Bill Bungalow is keenly aware of narrative trope, and he subverts it. We have Ron Spaceman interrupting a robbery at the local laserium. You think, oh, he is doing superhero stuff. He is stopping a robbery. But no, it turns out he has no interest in the thieves. The person that they are robbing is his target. Ron Spaceman doesn't even recognise any crime at play here. He is only after his target. Somewhat ironically, the criminals, they start defending the person they were robbing. It's honestly a great little opening bit. Ron, he then executes the owner of the laserium because, you see, the owner of the laserium is one of the imposters from Among Us. He is one of the evil dire straits from space who have disguised themselves on Earth as regular humans. Here is an advert for Ron Spaceman, the toy. Even the art of the toy looks like a step down from the Ron we see in the comic. It looks blockier and shitter. I think my favourite thing about this advert is that every bit of copy is that you can pretend the toy is doing something. You can pretend that his gun fires lasers. You can pretend he is talking to you. You can pretend he has come from space. Personally, I would pretend I had a better toy. We cut to Brandy Ash, Ron's love interest, although she is currently with her boyfriend, whom is going to be cooked pretty heavily by Ron Spaceman. Brandy Ash not only eventually gets with Ron, but she gets her own Spaceman armor, golden Romulan armor, and so she is often seen teaming up with Ron Spaceman against the Dire Straits. Brandy Ash is owned by Marvel Comics. Like most of Ron Spaceman's worlds, all the characters and the lore, Marvel own them or owned them. So Brandy does actually make appearances after Ron's title finishes. The main one is in 2010 or 2011. She is now Queen of Planet Ron, and her planet is currently being besieged by the Dire Straits again. And so the team of Galactical Guardians are there to help resolve the conflict. It is not the most flattering usage of her as a character, to be honest. What we have here is some very basic setup for Brandy Ash as a character and the love triangle between her boyfriend and Ron Spaceman. Here, Ron returns. He comes back to Brandy Ash because he doesn't understand this world and he needs her to explain shit to him. But while this is happening, we have evil plans afoot by the evil government of America, because some of them are actually imposters. They have plans to destroy Ron Spaceman and stop his attacks against their race. It is quite interesting to see how they chose to immediately eliminate Brandy's boyfriend as a suspect of being an imposter. We learn he is definitely human here. It is odd to see them abandon such an obvious potential for drama and conflict and mystery. Maybe I am completely wrong. Maybe Bill Bungalow is in fact a fraud. Then we have, well, here is that glorious advertisement for this comic. Ron has arrived. One thing I really like is how lived in this town is. Clayton in West Virginia. It doesn't feel like a place that the lead character is passing through. It feels like it has a population, and it also combines that with the intriguing idea that almost anyone living there could actually be an enemy. They could be an imposter. Ron, he gets himself into some bother with the police and the National Guard again. It is a good issue. In some ways, better than the first. But unfortunately, a dog dies. So I ate it, and don't give it any more than 7 thumbs up.